I can't think of another adjustable dumbbell that goes as heavy as these, as cheap as they are. These are the Eisenlink adjustable dumbbells. These are a budget dumbbell and quite possibly the heaviest, cheapest dumbbell per pound adjustable that's on the market. These go up to 80 pounds. Actually, they have a set that goes up to 160 pounds. They're upgradable. Let me show you how they work. First off, they look and feel a lot like an Ironmaster. I will compare them here in a moment, but to adjust, you unscrew it enough so you can then take the plate out, then spin it back in to tighten, and you're ready to go. Let's do a review. Hey guys, it's Coop from Garage Gym Reviews, and today I'm reviewing these Eisenlinks. These are a budget version of an Ironmaster. They actually borrow some technology from a company previous to Ironmaster. I'll talk about that here in a moment. In some ways, I think there's parts of them that are actually better than Ironmaster. They're definitely cheaper than Ironmaster. Per pound, for adjustable dumbbells, I can't think of another adjustable dumbbell that goes as heavy as these, as cheap as they are. So for an 80-pound set, a pair of them, they're less than 500 bucks shipped from Amazon. I've actually seen them for less than that too. They actually have upgradability, so they can go from 50 pounds to 80 pounds with just buying plates. And then they introduced longer rods that now allow you to go to 160 pounds per dumbbell. And for the price, there's just a lot that's interesting there. But the question is, like, should you get them versus Ironmaster? Are they unwieldy? Are they unsafe? All those sorts of things, which I'll answer.
This video is brought to you by Element. I've been using Element for the past year or so. Element is an electrolyte sugar-free drink mix. Basically, it's salt, flavored salt that you put in your water. It tastes very good. They now have a bubbly version that tastes even better. Basically, it's a great option if you want to drink something other than sugary drinks. You want some benefits from electrolytes. Basically, the way I use Element is at the end of my day or midday when I'm starting to get tired. Basically, this is a good pick-me-up. Once I take this midday, I usually get out of the midday slump and then I'm able to keep working or training. But I've been using Element for over a year. I'm a huge fan, and they now sponsor the channel. If you'd like to get your own free sample pack with any Element drink purchase, you can check out the link below, like button, go through there. It has an exclusive offer for you where you can purchase them. Also, try these. These are very good. Whether you buy them or not is your choice. It's the choice of a new generation.
Now, as you can see, they definitely borrow in many ways from Ironmaster. In fact, if you put them side by side and it was somebody, you know, just who didn't know a lot about home gym equipment, they'd just be like, that's the same dumbbell, one's black, one's silver. And they are very similar in that way. In fact, the squared off design, some people really like. I prefer a rounded head design just because I'm used to it. There's also not the corners that like get in the way when you're using it. But the square head is nice because it doesn't roll around. So you can set it down on the floor or on a table when you're changing it, and it's not gonna move around. So it's ready to go. And that is, I think, the most borrowed similar thing from the Ironmasters to the Eisenlinks. The other thing is just like the end. So look at it. It's using a very similar dial. The dials actually both have knurling on them, which I love. I will say the knurling on the end cap, at least, of the Ironmasters is more aggressive and superior to the Eisenlinks, but it's just a very minor feature. The thing about these that are so interesting, and the things that honestly it's kind of hard to see online, especially if you're on Amazon, is how they change. That's the biggest difference between the Ironmasters and the Eisenlinks outside of price, is the adjustability. So this is how Ironmasters change. It's called a quick lock system. They have a patent on it. It's the reason that Eisenlink probably didn't take it. It's like nobody has this feature. And I will say, of all the adjustable dumbbells in the world, Ironmasters are some of the most beloved. Like, people love Ironmasters. If you say something bad about Ironmaster, I'm not even gonna do it because I don't want my comments to blow up. Actually, I kind of want my comments to blow up. Ironmasters suck. Okay, give me a comment now, I'll retract it. I actually really like Ironmasters, so maybe we'll get comments there. But they are extremely durable, like ridiculously durable. Here, Nathan, catch. Wouldn't put it past it. You didn't, dude. You didn't. But they are extremely durable. Like the amount, I don't know if I've ever heard of an Ironmaster breaking. I'm sure there's a way that they can break, but they're just very durable. But the way they adjust is with their quick lock system, which allows you to basically turn this just a little bit and then pull that bad boy out. which is really nice. Typically the way you adjust them is actually like this, but that's because they have this threaded rod that is mostly just flat and then threaded on one part, and then on the inside of the handle, there's actually an opening that allows that to insert as far as you want to insert it, and then if you want to tighten it, you just do like a quarter turn, and then it's locked in. So it's very quick, very easy to adjust. Not as quick as like, you know, Power Blocks, Nuobels, Pepins, all this different ones that are out today, but one of the most durable for how quick they are. Really, I used to call this, and I still do, this is the lifter's choice dumbbell, because these can get up to 165 pounds. They feel very much like barbell oriented. It's just a very heavy, durable, long lasting, like if you bought these, you'd literally never have to buy another adjustable dumbbell. But there are problems with Ironmasters. Number one is they are somewhat expensive. They're $698. I mean, somewhat expensive, just in comparison to these, really. But $698 for a pair of 75-pound set. Also, the adjustment system, like, I won't say this is necessarily an improvement, but it's just a different way to look at it. Now, this is where the Eisenlinks come in. The Eisenlinks have a similar look, but really where they change is this. So like I showed in the intro, you just unturn that just a little bit. You then take the plate out. The way that these plates are shaped, unique in a couple ways. I actually really like this. So they use a U cutout right here that then attaches on top of the rod. They have these two basically, I don't know, dimples, nipples, whatever you want to call them, that insert into the plates in front of them. They're concave, which basically means that they latch into the other plate, and there's really, like, once they're tightened on, there's no way for them to move around. We'll do a drop test here in a moment, but when you drop these, like, they're very solid. A lot of that is thanks to this Acme rod, which is very similar to what Ironmaster is using, but it's a very basic design. What makes it magical is the plates. The U cutout, which makes it very easy to take them off, and these, which is a very smart design. Now, I don't really want to give too much credit to Eisenlink on this, because the reality is they didn't create it. They borrowed from a company called Hoist. Hoist actually used to make a quick change adjustable dumbbell. Hoist is still out. I'd like to review more of their equipment. If you'd like to see those, let me know what pieces you'd like to see in the comments. But Hoist had a quick change dumbbell that featured a very similar design. It had 4 holes on each side. It went over the top, and you adjusted it just like this. They used to be in a 45-pound set and a 75-pound set. You can still find them sometimes on Facebook Marketplace, but that's what this is. This is based on that old design. It's made in a more modern version and a lot cheaper. So in use, like, I think one of the questions is, like, do they move around? Do they shake? No. They feel in use very similar, at least in like the slop and play and all that stuff, as Ironmasters. Now here's the other difference. Ironmasters are more compact. So this is their plate size. This is Eisenlink's. So as you can see, the diameter of the heads is a bit bigger on Eisenlink's. The reason they have to do that is because they've got the cutout. So to meet the 2.5 increment or the 5-pound increment, you basically have to cut some out and have it in this size. So it works. The biggest thing is I prefer a more compact dumbbell. I would rather have a more compact dumbbell, but I will say at length, for an 80-pound set, the Ironmasters are probably a little bit longer or very similar to. The other difference is the handle length. The handle length on the Eisenlinks is a little bit longer. It just overall feels like a more unwieldy dumbbell. The handle is a thicker diameter than the Ironmasters. Overall, if you're just like, which one feels better in hand? Definitely the Ironmasters. Definitely feels better in hand than the Eisenlinks, but they're more expensive. The knurling also, these are chromed. This is the way that Ironmaster has done it from the beginning. Honestly, I don't know if they've changed much at all since the beginning, which it would be kind of cool to see like a premium version of Ironmasters. But the knurling, I will say, on the Eisenlinks is inferior to the Ironmasters. It's a thicker diameter handle. It's just a little bit wider. I won't say it's so big that it feels like completely unwieldy. You'd get used to it once you get actually trained with it a lot. But generally, Ironmasters are more compact, better knurling, just overall, I would say a better design dumbbell, except for maybe the adjustment system, because I could see why people would like this. The adjustment system from heavyweight to really lightweight is gonna be quicker on Ironmasters, because this one, once you take all this weight off, you gotta screw that thing all the way down. But the adjustments between like just a couple plates, is actually quite quick on this because you don't have to take the thing all the way off, set it down, put the plates on, and then close it like you do with Ironmasters. So in that regard, pretty similar. Okay, durability wise, let's show you. Okay, so this is an 80 pounder. This is the max weight that they have for just their standard set. I've tightened these. It's not like I did a crazy, I just did a normal tighten like you would when training. The biggest question, like I don't foresee these breaking. They have an Acme rod running all the way through, heavy handle, welded, like they're gonna last. I think the question is, will this thing pop off so you have to like keep adjusting it? So let's find out. No. Let's do another one. All right, that was enough of a hit, like from an angle. A lot of adjustable dumbbells would break at that point. You can actually see, like put a dent in the rubber here. As you can see, it still feels slight. I like had to slightly turn it, but just so people don't say, you didn't drop it from your shoulders. All right, I think that's sufficient. All right, so that shows very durable dumbbell. This isn't any different than what Ironmasters would show. Ironmasters are incredibly durable too, just the design. But if you're looking for a durable dumbbell and you want the cheapest, durable, heaviest dumbbell, this is probably them. Now this is a question. Coop, would you buy the Eisenlinks or recommend the Eisenlinks over the Ironmasters? For me, I'd say no. Reason being, Ironmasters have been around a long time. They will actually service their product. Eisenlink is some random, like, I don't know who they are. So they could, you know, go away tomorrow and then you don't have parts and all that sort of stuff. Also the price difference, although retail, 500, a little bit less than that, a little bit less than 700, so about $200 difference. Ironmasters do have sales though, and their sales can run where it's actually not that big of a price difference. The quality on Ironmasters is better. They're also more compact, but I will say, if you're just wanting the cheapest adjustable dumbbell that's the heaviest in a similar style as this, I could totally see why you'd get these. Like, I'm actually very surprised because when I saw these online, it wasn't obvious to me how you'd change them. People have been asking for the review. I'm actually very impressed with these. These are a good adjustable dumbbell, especially a good budget priced adjustable dumbbell. So for those of you that just want the cheapest per pound adjustable dumbbell that go heavy and you can change pretty quick, I think this is a great option. Couple other points on these versus Ironmasters. One is they do change in 5-pound increments total. The start weight is 10 pounds, which is a little bit heavier than what Ironmasters are. Also, you have the same thing that you have with Ironmasters where you have to do kind of the guesswork like you do with a barbell. You have to add them up. Honestly, over time, or you can make like a little chart, you'd probably get used to it enough where it wouldn't be that big of a deal, kind of like when you have 1 plate, it's 135, 2 plates, 225, that sort of thing. You'd get used to it, but compared to other adjustable dumbbells, that is something to be wary of because you go power blocks, you know that this color equals this weight, just like that, very quick. Oh, the other thing is like the borrowed design. Hoist doesn't have this patent. This is an old design. Hoist isn't even making this design. It looks very similar to Ironmasters, but to me, it's different enough from Ironmaster in that they're not using the quick lock system, which is what Ironmasters have. I feel like it's a different enough design that like, yeah, they borrowed or copied or whatever an old design, but I'd rather have it in the market than not have it at all as an option for consumers. Let me know what you think of them in the comments. Is there any other adjustable dumbbell you'd like to see me compare them to, or any other budget adjustable dumbbell? I'd love to review them. This has been Coop from Garage and Reviews. I'll see you next time. Peace.